And Hollywood once again disappoints. With the announcement of the production of a live-action remake of a film not more than 7 years old, a film called Moana, Mr. Daniel O'Mara.
They're remaking Moana.
That's right.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
How desperate do you have to be?
And do you know what's worse? They are essentially going to utilize the entire cast of the first film in the live-action remake. So The Rock will be reprising his role as the whatever he was in that film.
That
spirit god
with the
thunder
tattoos.
god with the tattoos. It'll just be him playing that character in his own physical person. And then
better looking version.
Yeah. And then the girl, the Moana character from the cartoon, the animation will be reprised by the same girl who voiced her in the film.
Okay.
And as it turns out, the girl that voiced the film doesn't look too different from the character she played. A little prettier, if you ask me.
A little lighter as well.
And a little lighter.
Yeah.
Well, they can tan her up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just spray tan, that kind of vibe. Easy. Okay.
But nonetheless, why? That's the bigger question is why?
Look, I think me being me, let me start from the upside of all this. They are not readapting it for modern audience. That's
I don't get it, because I'm sure there's people alive who haven't yet watched the first one.
I'm one of those. Like, okay, I watched the first one, but it was in passing. It was
Right.
my work watch phase, if I can call it that, where you put the TV on with something you've been meaning to watch, but then you have work to do on your laptop, so you're typing and like, oh, that happened. Okay, yeah, back to the oh, damn, that scene. Pause the typing for like 2 minutes, watch it, and then go back. So I never really got into it, but the vibe I got is it was not by any measure a bad animation at all.
Quite entertaining,
Very.
to be honest. I loved the scene where, I don't know if it's Moana that goes to the bottom of the ocean, and then there is this sea creature that sings. There's a musical number.
It was dope.
Do you remember it?
I remember it. I
don't know who sang it. Was it Tim Curry? I don't know.
I think Tim Curry, the original It.
I'm wondering if he's the one that voiced that character and sang that.
Jermaine Clement, I think.
Okay, someone else. But it was a beautiful, beautiful number. And there were very many interesting animation sequences. Very nice movie. I mean, a little bit too heavy on the girl power side of things, which it's like, when's that gonna stop?
Well,
Like every movie has to be a girl power movie, right? Like,
Yeah.
where are the boy heroes?
Well, Disney has been mostly focused on their princesses.
You know?
And I think the strategy for a long time for them was building a catalog of Disney princesses. Rapunzel, Ariel,
Well, their share,
Sleeping Beauty.
I mean, they have been, I think their share price has been dropping to historic lows. They're making crazy losses. They had to fire a CEO, the recent CEO, Bob Chapek. They had to bring back
Bob Iger.
Bob Iger.
Yeah.
So it's like the company is in shambles, and this is the strategy they have. I mean, shouldn't they change course and become a more sort of all-encompassing studio that focuses on, or entertainment company that focuses on entertainment for everyone, for boys and for girls? Don't turn all your properties into girl power fantasies. Like even the upcoming Little Mermaid film. Apparently, they're turning the new Little Mermaid into a girl power icon. Also, she's too independent to be looking for love,
Look,
among other things.
even the original Ariel was not looking for love. She was trying to be human. She was trying to experience the surface world.
Yeah, but in this instance,
And love was just a part of her adventure.
yes.
Yes.
But here they're explicitly stating that no, love has nothing to do with it. Not only that, they are rewriting some of the music to highlight consent, whatever that means.
I don't know what that means. Because, look, the oysters she uses as bras did not consent to this. Like, has no one looked into it? Like, Little Mermaid is a bit of a serial killer if you think about it. Like, she's living at the under the sea with those other, but she has oyster shells for bras.
I don't know if in the animated version it's still that way. I think she has more organic chest coverings now
Seaweed.
or something.
I don't know.
Who knows? It's a mess. Point being, Disney just needs to come up with some original ideas. There's just no need for them to rehash a film that's not even 7 years old.
You know what I think Disney, two things I would suggest for Disney. Number one, go back to catering to the white audiences. Because to be fair, they are the highest paying crowds.
So
They were the biggest comic book fans, right?
right now, but I still think they're catering to white audiences, except they're catering to white liberal audiences.
Yes, white liberal audiences who also get tired of this same thing. The white liberals who are going to go and watch it because, we have to be sympathetic to the plight of black people.
There's white liberals who hate seeing anything white. They are so guilt-tripped and guilt-ridden and self-flagellating. If they see a film and the lead is white, they're like, oh my gosh, this is racism all over again, slavery.
We have to go and apologize to white people and kiss black people. We have to apologize to black people and kiss their shoes.
Exactly. So all movies, all remakes will be race swapped and all that kind of BS. It's just
it's just not necessary. The other alternative Disney has, which honestly I'm surprised they have not considered by now, come to Africa.
For our stories.
For our stories.
Of which we have many stories here in Africa.
Chintu and Nambi, Jipira and Labongo, the Chwezi, all these epic African traditional folk tales.
Why are they not interested in those?
Why are they not interested? Why are they interested in remakes of things that, were originally adapted for particular audiences? Because most of the Disney princesses were based on, let's say, folk tales from Caucasian backgrounds, right? Which I'm perfectly okay with. You get, I have no problem with that. I don't feel they need to be race swapped. I'd be mad if they came here and made Chintu a white man. Now, the proposal I'm making to Disney is come here, make movies about African mythology. If you want the white people who feel bad about having lead roles in Disney productions to feel anything, get Africans. That's the blackest you can get.
And as far as I'm aware, they have tried to extend some partnerships with some African studios. I know a Ugandan animation studio that got some subcontracting gigs. They've made some animated shorts for Disney. I don't know if you've seen it.
Chisazimoto, something like that?
The one I saw is of them in a classroom.
Oh yeah, Kalabanda Ate My Homework.
That one.
Yes.
And I think they got commissioned by Disney to do a few shorts. But it would be interesting if it would go beyond that. Maybe give them a bigger budget to produce a full-length movie.
Yes.
Of course, I think they still have a lot of time to go before they can be given that kind of responsibility. I think they might need some work in the writing script aspect because a lot of their stuff is just sort of basic slapstick stuff. I don't know if they're quite ready for a full feature film.
I think a full feature film would be executable with time.
With time.
If Disney showed up with 3 billion Uganda shillings and said, we want an animation in 3 months, that would be another blunder altogether. But if you came in and gave... Creatures is a trustworthy team, which has grown over time. I think I worked with them in 2017. And ever since then, they've just been building, right? If you gave them the finances they needed, I'm sure they could secure a good writing team for animation in particular. Voice actors, animators, storyboarders, all that stuff on a good budget. We could pull it off very easily.
All right. Love to see it.
Yeah, Disney's there playing it safe.
I know, right?
African stories haven't been touched. No one is ready for the plot twists.
But why wait for Disney? Why can't we do it ourselves?
I wish we could.
Government, where are you?
Government, where are you?
Keep listening to the Fatboy Show on RX Radio.